So I came into Dallas and I checked out a bunch of the open mics, 16 different ones to be exact, that I'll be featuring in this video. So if you want to see what Dallas looks like in terms of the restaurants, bars, breweries, and wineries, check out this video. If you're looking to look at what the music scene of Dallas looks like, check this out. And if you're looking for open mics, then you'll find some useful info here. So there's also a lot more information in the description below, so check that out. And let's just kick this off with Sunday number 1 at Six Springs Tavern. This is the Wake and Bake Sunday Brunch hosted by Tin Travis with a show by Picard and Pitts after. And it really was Wake and Bake. People were seeming to do both of those things. Now they got great sound here and I had a really good time. It's a real legit big venue, so it's really nice to play at and good way to spend a Sunday. Next up also on Sunday is Point After North in Flower Mound. This is with Chris Babler and Warren Dunleavy Jr. Now this is one of them later open mics. It starts at 9 p.m. so it's a little bit rowdy, a little bit more rockin'. These guys bring a rockin' style. They're happy to be backing for you, and they're happy to let folks up there with the back-end track. Now we turn to Monday, Poor David's Pub, hosted by Bob Case. This happens once a month, otherwise they're online. Now they have an original songwriter focus at this one, and it's a great venue, lots of seating, so it's a pretty great open mic to check out. Also on Monday is Buzzbrews Kitchen in Lakewood. This is presented by She Rose. It's Open Mic Mondays with Michelle Rose Dom. She's a really good and supportive host. She's hyping people up. This is mostly comedians, but they do let those musicians go up on there. And I get interested in seeing comedy open mics, so I always find it interesting to go up amongst some comedians. Most of the comedians bomb, just like they do at most of the comedy open mics. It's a pretty tough thing to do, but that's just a pretty fun thing to watch by itself. Next up is Kava Culture Kava Bar in Denton. You get there and they give you a whole ritual about how you drink the kava. And they have a big love focus because you can have love without drugs, so they don't serve alcohol here. But I was able to get them to make me a coffee because I do like drugs. And then I found out that they have some Delta 8 THC. Good times at the Kava Bar. Now we turn to Tuesdays and we're at Sideways in Rockwall. I really liked this one, hosted by Zach Romo. He was really talented. The sound was really good. The audience talks a bit, but they kind of listen at the same time, and you could kind of get that energy. So I enjoyed talking to some of the folks from the crowd, and you can get some pretty good barbecue here at this one too. Also on Tuesday is Guitars and Growlers in McKinney. This one's hosted by Jeff Gross. Hope I said that right. A lot of people mention this one to me. They appreciate songwriters here. The whole bar can get pretty quiet for the musicians. They're supporting them. Good, talented, and interesting musicians here, and good times in McKinney. Next up is O'Reilly's, also on Tuesday, hosted by Jess Spears and Justin Picard. This is a fun kind of divey bar. The hosts are incredibly talented. Jess Spears had a great YouTube video he was promoting. I'll put a link to that below. I had Mark the drummer join me up there on stage, so you can have some folks collaborate up there and add some strangers to your performance to make things even more interesting. Also on Tuesday, up in Denton again with Killer Tacos. This is hosted by Mike Miller, and this one was recommended to me quite a bit by folks up in Denton, so it's pretty popular. They have a good listening crowd. It's a very intimate place, but you could get those good tacos and also get outside and take a break from all the music when you need some space. Now we turn to Wednesday and we got the Revel Patio Grill in Frisco, hosted by Guitar Dave. The energy inside this place was pretty incredible this night. I was meeting and hanging out with a bunch of fun people, lots of excitement, lots of drinking, and lots of people buying people drinks for others. The Line Public House in Richardson, hosted by Dave Kristen. This is a monthly event, so you got 4 people in a circle. They're all mic'd up like a songwriter round. You got a good supportive and listening crowd, and then they got featured artists, and they're incredibly talented. So it really showcased the talent they got here in Dallas. And also on Wednesday is Guitars and Growlers, number 12 in Richardson. Pretty energetic crowd here. Great beers, as I always enjoyed a few of them. And they're pretty good about booking folks, kind of singer-songwriter folks at these locations, so hope to play there one of these days. Next up we turn to Thursday in Herf's Denton County Taphouse, hosted by Bone Doggy. This one was fun, kind of intimate feel. One of the things I really noticed was how talented the musicians were. So I enjoyed just kind of laying back. They had a couch there. They had some really good pizza. Also on Thursday, number 14, the Wine Authority. This is hosted by Zach Lumpkin. This one's really interesting because it's in a wine place in Richardson. You got those folks getting off work, drinking their wines. It's actually a bridal party going on the day that I was there, and wine is always fun to get drunk on. It's a bit expensive, but I heard they do allow you to bring your own booze. Otherwise, it'd be difficult for musicians to go out and drink wine like that. Not too many other open micers there. Next up is Love and War in Texas, in Plano, hosted by the Texas Music Network. And when I was there, they had Nate Burnham and Michael Summers as the featured artists. So they routinely have these featured artists, and then they bring up the open mics. I think this is a really important open mic in terms of meeting people, especially getting a sense of that East Texas music scene. A lot of these folks extend east from the Plano area. Next up is Sammy's on the Lake. If you want to go and find some lake, this one is in the Fort Worth area. Ray Quisada is the host, along with his son Sammy. Ray's a nice host, a pretty cool guy in a pretty cool place there with a nice view, good food. Open mic didn't fill up too much, so I think I actually went up there twice. Now there's one open mic that I didn't get a chance to check out that I wish I did, that I have to mention. It's the Open and Bell Coffee one. They got it on Saturdays. And so I hope to check that one out in the future, because I always love open mics at coffee shops during a reasonable time of day, when the sun's still out. So that's your rundown of the open mics in the Dallas area. Let me know what's missing. I try to use word of mouth to find these, but I also, use Facebook a lot to see what is being promoted. I post about my music and my musical experiences here on this YouTube channel, so hit that subscribe button to stay tuned on my posts, along with that bell for notifications. And thanks for checking out this video, and I appreciate your support.
I love the name of the band. I've been there myself before, sir. And it wasn't necessarily drug assisted. So.
It's not. If you think about it, you're the center of your own universe.
Yes.
Right? And I'm the center of mine.
Yeah.
So the songs are my universe, but my band is our universe, and the audience is our universe, and it's our own private universe.
It is indeed, and sometimes it gets a little lonely out here on the edge of the universe.